Being the daughter of a survivor, it was never a question in my mind that our kids would attend Spellman Schechter. It was something that just was going to happen. Jewish education was very important to my parents, and my father, being a Holocaust survivor, was a very Jewish-minded, committed conservative Jew, and sending me to Spellman Schechter was very paramount to my parents. Every step of the way, Spellman Schechter was always out in the forefront, and it really shaped who I was as a young child and a young adult, and how I looked at raising my own family. I feel that my Schechter education empowered me to be a better Jewish person. Holidays were important to me. Shabbat was important to me. Making sure that as I became a parent, was going to have my children experience these same joyous occasions, but also instill in them Jewish values that they can take on to their lives in a way that makes just being Jewish very part of who their being is, in terms of the decisions you make garnered on the values that you learned.
I don't even know how many years ago it was when we walked into Schechter for the first time, and my wife said that we're going to send our kids there. And I was like, what is this place? But I trusted her opinion, and we wound up sending the kids there. It wasn't anything that I grew up with, so I wanted to give that to our kids.
I think it was something I observed later in life, how impactful Schechter was on my identity and the type of person I became. The most important part in forming my identity through Schechter had to be the community that I surrounded myself with. We were surrounded by great families, great teachers, and we were all a part of Schechter because someone in our lives valued Jewish education, and learning those stories and those traditions just make you a little different in a better way. You're more well-rounded, you're more grounded, humble, curious, and connected to the Jewish faith and tradition, and I think I'm different because of it.
My education at Schechter wasn't, the reason why I wanted to become a doctor. I think that was kind of always there with me, but I think that some of the values that I've been able to hold true to myself as a student in medicine, and when facing patients, just having a lot of empathy for them, taking time to understand them, caring for the whole soul of the patient, not just the actual issue at hand. Those were all definitely strengthened a lot from the the education and the ways that I was taught at Schechter.
Shabbat is key to my life. It's the most quintessential part of Jewish life that's been with me since I was a little girl, because my parents started doing that, and they started doing that because every Friday at Schechter, we would prepare for Shabbat. We would bake challahs in the kitchen. I learned a lot and I remembered it all, and I was passionate about using my voice and singing and praying, and it just inspired me to do a lot with my life, and in a way where I could teach other people too who didn't grow up with that education.
What the kids brought to me by going to Spellman Schechter is they were my teachers. They were the ones that really taught me. They learned, they would bring it in piecemeal to me, and then I would share it with them.
I am most proud of my children and their way to be Jewish, and the way to be proud of it, and the way to articulate what it means to be Jewish. They're able to take their history of being grandchildren of Holocaust survivors and move it forward, and make sure that they, in turn, live a Jewish life and continue on that same path that was given to me.
I am Schechter.
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 We are Schechter.